winning streak. More about that in just a moment here. But the last time they played was the day after Love Day, which is last Saturday against Central Christian, where they beat them by 44 points, 80-36. In that game, Jordan Brown had a monster. She had a 20-piece, 21 points in the game. Welcome to LU pregame. I am Maurice Prince, joined by the host with the most, the skills to pay the bills, Mr. Jay Swick in the building. Good evening, Jay.
Yeah, good evening, Mo. It's a pleasure broadcasting. This is broadcast 2021 for us. I mean, but it is good to be back in the booth and to broadcast some Langston Lion and some Lady Lion basketball. This is the epicenter of NAIA basketball right here in the center of Oklahoma. We got a big game tonight, Texas Wesleyan University, the girls game, the boys game. Once you know the backstory, the history, it's exciting. I love a good backstory.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I want some trim. I want some icing on the cake. We know the cake is the game itself, but when you kind of learn about the history between these two teams, it makes it really, really interesting. And we've got a good one tonight.
Now, when we talk about these teams here, first of all, it's two excellent teams. Texas Wesleyan does come in here tonight with a very good 18-8 record, 14-8 in conference on a one-game winning streak. Now, they ended up losing in their last outing, but they have no fear against this Lady Lion team. Why? Because they ended the 18-19 game winning streak on their home floor just a couple weeks ago. I know I want to hear from the coach. Coach Vincent, you had a chance to talk to him in just a second here, Swick. Right. But whenever you have a team that comes back into your house and ends a streak, you can't wait to get a second bite at the apple.
Oh, absolutely. And I definitely talked with Coach Chris Vincent about that and got some specifics. But when you know about what happened just 10 days ago, like that is not something that this Lady Lion basketball team, deals with very well. They hate losing more than they like winning. And that's a testament to the coach. That's a testament to the athletic director, the culture, the winning culture at this university. The standards are high. And so if you don't reach those standards, you're going to get some side-eye. You can get a little bit of a disappointment from some, parts of your fan base. So it's about picking it back up. You get another shot tonight. And the fact that it is here at C.F. Gales Fieldhouse, there's a certain level of protection that you want to apply to your own place. You can't have somebody come in your house and beat you on your home floor, especially with a night like Greek night where you're going to get a lot of students coming in. You get a lot of sororities, fraternity. Everybody's kind of representing tonight, so it's going to be a great atmosphere.
With the weather being what it is, the students have been cooped up for the last couple of days, so they need an opportunity to let that energy out. So before we go to, I'll let Swick set up the interview here. He said it. 10 days ago, they beat Langston by 5, 55-60. Now we can sit here and give a lot of excuses and say, well, Langston didn't do. Let's just be honest. Texas Wesleyan outplayed them on their home floor. The defense that has been locked down all year long, they were uncharacteristic in the last matchup between these two teams. And the Lady Lion offense that had been pretty good, especially their ability to shoot the ball from distance on the course of the year, they've been averaging about 30%. So if I said in the last game they shot 28, that's kind of like right there. So what are you going to say what's different? What was different is Texas Wesleyan controlled the ball. They did not make mistakes, and the Lady Lions made them. And they made enough of them. The Lady Lions were up by 5 at the end of the first half, but ended up losing in the second half of this game as Texas Wesleyan ran away. So, Swick, I'll let you set up the interview with Coach Vincent.
Well, I just want to add to what you're saying. I mean, turnovers were an issue. Lady Lions had 20 turnovers in that game. That's just something they can't deal with, and they can't let happen again. And shooting percentage, I mean, it was an off night for the Lady Lions. It was an on night for Texas Wesleyan, 31% to 45%, combined with 20 turnovers. That's tough to overcome for any team. So I caught up with Coach Chris Vincent going into tonight's game, and here's a preview of our conversation. Coach Chris Vincent. Coach, how you doing today? Good to see you.
I'm doing great. Great to see you again. Appreciate it.
Big game tonight against Texas Wesleyan, and, I want you to talk to me about that game eventually, but these past 3 days have been absolutely crazy. This past week has been crazy with the weather the way it is. What's that been like for your team? Has that been much of a distraction with all the ice and the snow? I'm sure there was classes canceled at some point, but what's this past week been like for you and your basketball team?
Yeah, it hasn't exactly been the typical day-to-day that we've had, and I think the biggest thing from our staff perspective was just keeping them in line with, every day's may be different, but just what is our sole focus, and just keeping them just very locked in and trying to do the best we can. We've had a lot more sometimes skill-oriented days, and obviously preparing for Texas Wesleyan since Monday. We're definitely prepared. It's just trying to keep them focused that sometimes, as college students can get out of line once things aren't the way they've been for the last 5 months. But it's been good. And the good thing about this group is they always put their work in. So, regardless of how long we may practice, as a group, they're always in the gym, once to twice a day outside of practice time. So that's one thing that I can always count on them, that they're going to be prepared as well.
And your Lady Lions are in a really good spot, Coach. I mean, 24-2 overall, 20-2 in conference play. Currently number 1 in the Sooner Athletic Conference with only 2 games left in the regular season. I mean, did you see this coming at some point? I know you took the job with about 6 weeks away from school starting. At what point did you notice that this team was special?
I think putting the team together was obviously exciting, stressful, and sometimes difficult, right? Just trying to make a whole entire roster. We started the year with 20, so taking 4, to get 16 new players was, a tall task, and then everything was kind of new culture-wise, scheme, all the whole 9 yards. So I would say that just really happy of where they've gone. Now, did I see where we could get to right now? I was hopeful if they bought into what we were doing. I knew there would be some ups and downs and bumps and bruises along the road just because so many players came from different programs and different levels, and to learn everything new again, right? And it's still 4 or 5 months of actual games, and I've just been really proud of the way they bought in, and that's been the major thing. They trust me, they trust our staff, and they trust one another. So I think when you put all this stuff collectively, the results have shown.
And you're 2 wins away from winning the Sooner Athletic Conference regular season title. I don't want to look too far ahead because there's still work to be done, but what would a conference championship mean to you and your team in year 1?
I think, first and foremost, I think it means most to these players just trusting coming here, right? A lot of them, mostly all of them, are new. And that wasn't easy to try to tell them, hey, we could do this. You just got to believe. And I think once they started to get together and started to realize who their teammates were, where they came from, their background, similar stuff, I think it really started from that first meeting that we had. And that was a special day, and that was back on, I think, like August 4th. But to be one win away from solidifying at least a tie, and then 2 for outright. I think it just means most to the players. It means most to the alumni. I hear a lot, this would be the first HBCU women's team to win the conference. And wow. I know there hasn't been a conference championship as well in a long time here. So just to see how much it means to everybody else that invests so much into this program. For me, I'm just happy of how things can pan out the way that, I had envisioned to an extent, but I'm just more happy for the others involved. And, that may seem very cliche, but it's really not. Just to see the happiness that it brings to this school, and getting texts from past alumni and donors day in and day out, like that means a lot to me because I know they care.
Talk to me about your opponent tonight, Texas Wesylan University. This is a tough team. This is a team that you've lost one of your 2 games in the season to, and it was 10 days ago. Now, that was in Fort Worth. Tonight it's at C.F. Gales Fieldhouse. Is there a revenge factor with your team? What's the mindset of your team going forward to tonight, and what are you going to do differently in order to get the win?
I think human nature, right, is going to have a revenge factor. That's just normal. Just a get back. That's for every sport and across everything. We try to make it still okay. What's in front of us, and we've tried to stick to what we do regardless of opponent. And I thought we were a little bit out of character at times down there last week. We go on a 19 or 20 game win streak. I think that sometimes you can get a little bit complacent with habits, and we didn't pressure the ball that we were, normally do. We didn't shoot it well. That's never an excuse. That at least I talk to my team about. It's what can you really control, and I just didn't think we were tough, and I thought they out-toughed us. They made plays when plays were needed. We didn't make plays when plays were needed down the stretch, especially in that fourth quarter. So there were a lot of things to correct, and sometimes a lot of people say, well, it's good to learn from a win, and as hard as it is sometimes to say it, even from a program or a coach's perspective, I thought it was good for us to go into the tournament these next few weeks to say, okay, well, now you see what we've been talking about, where any just small slip up can result in this feeling, and you don't want this feeling to happen again. So I think that was a real good learning experience. Would have loved to still learn from a win, right? But it's always hard on the road, especially when you're always getting everyone's best. And I think they capitalized on some of the things that we do really well, and they matched us and eventually took it at the end.
We're talking with LU women's coach Chris Vincent. Coach, what do you want to see early from your team tonight? I know you want to establish rhythm, set the tempo, but how do you get players like Diamond Richardson, Michaela Woods, and Jordan Brown going early? Yeah,
it's going to be a big night. It's obviously a huge night for the university, being Greek night. It's a huge game, in sense of two really good teams. They've been playing really well. People have talked about the revenge game. There's a lot going on. So what do I want to see is I've been stressing the last few days, just be, composure is huge. Obviously human nature is going to get you a little bit more excited, and sometimes that can get you out of what you're supposed to do. So if you can be really composed and stick to what I'm supposed to do every possession, my job, regardless of how many fans are there, how rowdy it is, how much pent-up energy you may have, I just think being us and just correcting what we had to correct, and the rest will take care of itself. But, I really just hope that we just don't get out, kind of some out-of-body, excitement and just understand that it's still 40 minutes. So that's really what I want to see, and I think we've matured a lot, and I just want to make sure that we do that tonight. That's really my sole focus.
Again, we've been talking with Coach Chris Vincent, head coach of the Langston women's basketball team. Coach, thanks for talking with us. Good luck in the game tonight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you as always.
Tremendous interview there from Swig that you have with Coach, and a nice sit down with Coach Chris Vincent. There's a lot of things I wanted to talk about, but again, on the precipice of winning the conference title, both these teams have already clinched a berth in the conference tournament coming up. So what's up? Langston needs 2 wins. Win tonight. You mentioned it and did it very great. Mentioned if they beat Texas Wesleyan tonight, they win on Saturday, they win the conference. So work to be done indeed. But I loved his energy and his excitement when he talked about his players, what they had in front of him. Swig, also I thought it was great when he talked about the journey. This team, 10 seniors, 5 juniors, 15 upperclassmen, you bring them together at a season like this in year 1, that's eye-popping.
Right, and he didn't have a lot of time to create that chemistry and build that bond. That was something that just kind of naturally happened, and lucky for this team, they do. They're really tight-knit locker room, and it's benefited, and you've seen it on the floor. But, I mean, one of those things that I took away from that interview was he wants to win outright. He don't want to share anything.
No, he doesn't.
So you got to win both in order to win the conference outright.
Let's pause for the national anthem. Now let's get the starting lineups from PA address announcer, Coach Busby.
5'4" guard number 4, Ryan Sanford. 5'4" guard number 12, Savannah Smith. 5'9" guard number 21, Tim Willis. 5'8" forward number 22, Cameron Phillips. 6'1" forward number 30, Sophia Hurtado. Head coach of the Lady Rams is Scott Hyland. Assistant coach Alicia Tate, Wanda Thompson, and Devontae Hayden. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Sooner Athletic Conference leading Lady Lions for Langston University. A 5'7" guard from Pflugerville, Texas. Number 4, Michaela Woods. 5'7" guard from Sacramento, California. Number 5, Diamond Richardson. 5'5" guard from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Number 15, Korea Kirksey. 5'9" guard from Plains Road, New Jersey. Number 23, Jordan Brown. And a 6-foot forward from Canadian, Texas. Number 55, Maddie Boyd. Head coach of the Lady Lions is Chris Vincent. Associate head coach Ashley Roeder. Graduate assistant Edonis.
All right, going ahead to confirm the starting lineups for Texas Wesleyan tonight, and let Swick do the Lady Lions. That is Anayan Sanford, number 4, a junior, number 11, Shantae Smith, a senior, number 12, Savannah Smith, number 22, a sophomore, Cameron Phillips, and a junior, number 30, Sophia Hurtado. Head coach Scott Hyland.
Head coach for your Langston Lady Lion basketball team, head coach Chris Vincent. Starting lineup, number 4, senior graduate Michaela Woods. Also number 5, senior guard Diamond Richardson. Graduate senior, number 15 from Midwest City, Korea Kirksey. Senior number 23, Jordan Brown. And sophomore post player number 55, Maddie Boyd. That's your starting lineup for the LU women's basketball team.
Tonight's game is being presented by, of course, empowered by Greek Night, which is sponsored by OERB. If you did not know, the oil and natural gas industry supports more than 200,000 jobs in Oklahoma. Maddie Boyd jumping it up in center court, and it's being controlled, and going to work. Here goes Texas Wesleyan. Ball in the hands now of Sanford. Sanford trying to get around the screen. The Lady Lions line up Swick early on in this game. Man-to-man defense.
Yeah, you can tell energy's high, especially early in a game like this. Little bit of a rivalry, I think is safe to say. Puts up the shot, fighting for the rebound.
Get their own rebound. They're going to reset, driving down, kicking it to the player, and they're going to call an offensive foul on penetrating, driving down the lane. If she had pulled up and hit with the runner, she wouldn't have been called there, but took an extra step into the lane. That was, looks like, number 21.
That was number 55, Maddie Boyd, with the charge. I mean, what a defensive play to start the game. You want to set the tempo, and the fact you made a play like that to get the ball back and stop Texas Wesleyan from scoring, really good defensive possession to start the game for LU.
So we've got a question for you in just a second as Michaela Woods gets it over to Korea Kirksey. Kirksey driving to the right wing.
Great screen.
And a contact's going to be made. They're going to call an illegal screen against Maddie Boyd there.
I said it was great, but it was illegal. So I guess it wasn't very great at all.
Both teams have one foul apiece early in the game. How important is it tonight, Swig, for the Lions to get off to a good start in your opinion?
I think it's really important. And you know, you want to start quick. It is your own home floor, so you want to get that edge and set the tone early.
Sanford's shot was no good. Rebound by Michaela Woods. Maddie Boyd goes inside. Double team, triple team. Boyd's going to kick it out, and they're going to call an offensive foul against Maddie Boyd. So the officials are being a little tight early on in this game. I mean, she was surrounded, tried to find a passing lane, ends up knocking down a player or making contact. They're going to call a foul early on in this game.
I don't know if that was an elbow or something, but when you're getting triple teamed, like, you've got to try to make some room. The referee didn't like it, so Texas Wesleyan gets the ball back.
Calling this game kind of tight tonight, early on in this game. 8:56 to go before the end of the first quarter, I should say, in tonight's game.
Looked like an illegal screen there, but didn't get the call.
Dribble inside. Going to throw it back up top. Going to throw it, reset. Stepping out, Diamond Richardson covering right now outside against Taryn Wilson. Looks like into the lane. Shot, no good. but she gets her own rebound, and then they're going to fire out from the corner shot, no good. And the Lions not doing a great job early on as Texas Wesleyan hovering around the rebound, hovering around the rim. And one of the things that they are doing rebounding-wise, that's not necessarily one of their strengths over the course of the season. They're making it early on in this one, making an impact.
Well, you want to limit those second chance opportunities, and they haven't made those second chance opportunities yet, but it's a long game.
Okay, going to work. Ball from the elbow. Shot, turn, and fire. Jordan Brown, silky smooth, knocks down the first shot down for the Lions tonight to lead by 2.
Yeah, you get an open look from mid-range. Jordan Brown's going to knock that down every time.
Going to work now. Ball on the left wing, going to swing it cross court over. Now ball on the right wing. Sanford trying to find some space to operate, and the Lions doing a great job. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to call.
Looks like a reach-in foul on Jordan Brown.
So a reach-in foul
first.
So team foul number 3.
Right.
One team foul. So early on, things kind of tight here. We'll see if the officials get to the stage where they allow them to play. Substitutions coming in the game now. Cameron Gibson comes in for the Lady Rams, as well as looks like number 5, Imani Mitchell.
They'll inbound from the sideline there.
Ball inbounded now. Korea Kirksey stepping out. Korea Kirksey still covering, trying to find some airspace. None being turned away. Handoff and the Lions switch at the top. Jordan Brown now steps out. Now Michaela Woods is above the circle, covering Gibson. Gibson pulls up from just inside the free throw line. Shot no good. Ball's knocked loose, and the Lions cannot control it.
Korea Kirksey just barely touched it. You know, Michaela Woods was going to knock it right into her hands and start up the court, but she just barely dribbled it on the sideline. So it'll be Texas Wesleyan ball, and Taryn Willis will inbound it from the sideline here.
Going to get the ball to the left wing now, coming across the top. High screen at the top, and they're going to call an offensive foul that time. That foul's going to be called against Cameron Gibson that time up top. But it's that same screen on the other end, so we like all, as they say, all calls as long as they're balanced.
Right. Wesleyan's really trying to get up court and go downhill and attack the rim and take those high percentage shots. So that's going to be a common theme that we're going to see from both teams, because that's what Langston likes to do as well.
So far the Lions lead by 2, 7:17 to go before the end of the first. Kirksey going to swing it over. Diamond Richardson on the right wing, back up top to Michaela Woods, over to Kirksey. Kirksey, and then working it around the perimeter. Michaela Woods looked like she was going to step into a 3, decided to get it back to Jordan Brown above the circle.
Yeah,
Jordan Brown.
Diamond's been calling for the ball, puts up the shot, knocks it down. She's been calling for that ball for the past 5 minutes, and you see why you should give her that basketball.
One of the thing is the versatility in some of the guard play for the Lions. They can do it up high. They can do it on the box as well.
Goodness.
So another foul call. So that's team foul number 4 coming against the line. Is going to be against Korea Kirksey. So looking at that situation, let's just look here. So personal foul situation.
Jordan Connor's going to come in for Korea Kirksey. And Jordan Brown is going to take a breather as well. Actually, no. Yeah, Korea Kirksey's going to stay in the game.
So as you got it, you got Maddie Boyd with 2 right now. Jordan Brown and Kirksey with the foul apiece early on in this game. Diamond Richardson now has it, covering up above the circle. Pressure on top on Sanford.
LU's playing some disciplined defense. Just got to keep at it for 4 quarters. Stole the ball right there from Michaela Woods.
Michaela Woods comes up, swings it over. Diamond Richardson laces one up for 3.
Let it rain. Dang
Shot does not fall that time. Sodapay, who checked in the game for the Lions, was not able to get the putback. And it goes back to the Lady Rams.
Now they'll push it up court on the right side, and they'll penetrate, find the lane. Great dish.
With
what
a
a
nice
block
by Michaela Woods. Michaela Woods knocking with a nice block on the play. Down low, and that's something Michaela Woods does. She does so many things well, Swig. She already has 10 double-doubles on the year, but she leads the team in steals. She's just a good X-factor player.
Yeah, and she doesn't give up on the play. I mean, that Wesleyan player got in front of her and got the ball and put up the shot, but she still was there playing defense on the backside.
Lions lead by 4. Kirksey covering, 14 seconds on the shot clock, trying to swing it on a nice give and go to the basket shot, no good. But Texas Wesleyan aggressive against the rebound, and this time we have multiple Lady Lions.
Is saying LU basketball. But yeah, I mean, Lady Lions got to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, they're getting a hold of the ball. You got to hold on, because Wesleyan's going to come from the backside and try to rip it out of their arms.
So Goldman's going to be called for the foul, team foul number 3 against the Lady Rams. So 4 for the Lions, 3 for the Rams, 5:46 to go in this game. So somebody's going to be shooting free throws here very soon. Ball to Jordan Connor. Connor tries to drive down Main Street, rolls over to Michaela Woods, who drives to the box. Michaela Woods high off the glass, shot no good. Rebound, pulled down by Goldman. And back in the hands now of Willis.
Get that close to the basket, you got to make the shot.
Swinging it, cross court. Ball in the hands now of Mitchell. Back in the hands now of Willis. Willis drives down the lane, shot no good. And this time they're going to call a foul. Is it going to be an offensive foul?
I think it's going to be an offensive foul, another charge. And that was, I mean, her feet were set outside the line. That was a beautiful defensive play by the LU Lady Lions.
All right, so Nicole Kramer comes in, as well as Cashel Doughty coming in for, it looks like Kirksey that time. So substitutions going well as the teams are trying to find some traction. Langston leads by 4, 5:11 to go. Both teams with 4 fouls apiece. Cashel Doughty across the timeline now. Swings to the left wing. Back up top to Michaela Woods. Dangerous pass. Texas Wesleyan was ready to shoot the gap. Back over to Connor. Back up top, Jordan Brown looking. Over to Woods.
Wide
Woods
open.
Lices up a 3. Shot no good. Rebound by Nicole Kramer, who dives to the basket. She can't get it. Rebound and a putback is good that time by Jordan Brown.
Beautiful 2 offensive rebounds and got the second chance points on the second one.
And beating them down the floor goes Sanford. If you don't get the shot and run down the floor, Texas Wesleyan is proving that they'll get down on the other end, and they did that on that last possession. Shot to the glass. Jordan Brown.
What a play. I mean, I don't know how she got that shot off. It was almost like underhanded, but got it right off the glass, and there we go again.
Nobody's covering down low. Another player leaks down to the basket, gets another easy one. That was a shot there by Gianna Wimbish-Gay. That's 2 straight baskets by her on the other end. Turnover by the Lions. Michaela Woods controls, and now the Lions have a chance to slow things down and get back in control of the action. 8-4 is the score. So
Michaela Woods is, in my opinion, the best rebounder on the team. She can play any position out there. But, that was a big rebound to get the ball back. Now it's about operating the offense.
And this time it's going to be a blocking foul. Nicole Kramer was denied the space she was trying to get, so it's going to be a foul that time called against Imani Mitchell.
So that looks to be team foul number 5 for them.
So it looks like somebody will be shooting some free throws.
From the looks of it, it's Nicole Kramer, closest to the free throw line, but we'll see.
All right, so massive substitutions coming in for the Lady Rams right now. So it looks like we've got number 30, Sophia Hurtado has returned to the game along with Cameron Phillips. Peyton Foster's in the game as well. Nicole Kramer at the free throw line, but Gianni Wimbush-Gay is on the line as well.
In a game like this, free throws matter in a big way. And I know Coach Vincent has really been preaching to these young ladies. We got to take advantage of these opportunities. If you make them, they help you. If you miss them, they hurt you.
Both teams shoot free throws well. There are 74% shooting teams on the year. Nicole Kramer knocks down her first opportunity of the night. Jordan Brown is the team game-high leading scorer thus far. She's got 6 in the contest. The Kramer's got 2, going 2 for 2 at the free throw line.
Now they're going to press a little bit as Texas Wesleyan brings the ball up the floor.
Kirksey now smothering on top.
Sanford's a pretty good guard for them.
Working the ball to the left wing, now covering. The ball's knocked loose, and that time Cashel Doughty wasn't able to get it. Back in the hands now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sanford looking for space. Kirksey doing a great job of being bullish with the defense. Now spinning inside the lane.
What a rip.
Nicole Kramer comes away with the steal. Kramer
3-on-2.
Drives down to the lane and draws contact. Will go back to the free throw line.
Great play. Great play by that young lady, Nicole Kramer, who not only made a great defensive play but attacked the rim, drew the foul. Another foul for Texas Wesleyan, and now gets to the free throw line with 3:18 left. I like that chain of events right there.
Michaela Woods takes a breather, and now Diamond Richardson returns. So you've got Doughty, Richardson, Kramer, Brown, and Kirksey on the floor right now. Nicole Kramer missed that one, and I know really why that happened. She's out of breath.
That's something they want to do more, is score in transition. Create that turnover and off to the races, and take high percentage shots. If you miss them, draw the foul. That's their bread and butter.
Kramer goes 1 of 2. She is now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Full court pressure being extended now by Chris Vincent and the Lady Lions. Going to work now. Jordan Brown applying pressure, and they're going to catch a reach-in foul here by Korea Kirksey, it looks like.
That'll be her second foul if it goes to her. Yes, it is.
But it's team foul number 5, so to the free throw line now goes the Lady Rams. So Kirksey's going to come out, and Michaela Woods is going to come back in. So she becomes the second Lady Lion with 2 fouls early on in this game.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Maddie Boyd come back in the game, have we?
Not as of yet. We saw Ruth Sodapay come in for a brief amount of time, and now Nicole Kramer. So off the toes, good free throw, and it knocks down there for Cameron Phillips. Cameron Phillips so far in this game right now gets her first point of the night. Phillips shoots another one. Nice soft touch against the rim. She gets that one to fall. 11-6 is the score. 5-point advantage for the Lions. Woods across the timeline now. Sets up. Screen by Kramer to the corner to Diamond Richardson. Richardson swings it back out. Michaela Woods.
Take that shot.
Diamond Richardson swings it. Corner 3-point shot by Doughty. Shot no good. Rebound by Michaela Woods. Woods swings it back out, and they reset. Shot clock, plenty of time. 15 seconds on it.
They are controlling the glass, and they're benefiting. Here's a 3-point shot.
Michaela Woods shot's no good. Rebound that time by Sanford. Here come the Lady Rams. Across the timeline, Diamond Richardson has to pick her up.
Diamond Richardson is just a nuisance on the defensive end. Great two-way player for LU.
Working the ball to the corner now. Jordan Brown covering. Jordan Brown comes away with the steal. Jordan Brown pushes, swings it over to Diamond Richardson. Finds space in the lane, and the ball's knocked loose. Going to be a turnover.
I liked it. What she was trying to do, she saw a lane but lost control as she was attacking the rim. Texas Wesleyan gets it.
Now going back to work goes Phillips.
Steal.
Nearly
Possible
stolen.
steal.
So the ball's deflected out of bounds, and it looks like it will be Ram. And I'm sorry, it's going to be Lion basketball.
Yeah, I think that the Texas Wesleyan player, I think that's Peyton Foster, just made a mistake, ended up going out of bounds, so Lady Lions will get the basketball back.
So it's a 30-second timeout called here by the Rams. So we're going to stay right here. 11-6 is the lead. This is OERB powering Greek night here at CF Gales, as we've got a great one on our hands early on. The trends early on in this game, Swick, is Texas Wesleyan has had the opportunities, had the shots. They haven't fallen, but Langston's been able to get off to a better start in this game.
Yeah, Texas Wesleyan's a good team, so just being good, you're going to find some ways to get some buckets, and that's so far early on, that's how they got their 6 points. But I'm happy with the LU Lady defense. You've seen them force Texas Wesleyan into mistakes. They're just annoying Texas Wesleyan right now, and you keep playing that style of defense, you're going to get some stops, and then you get those stops, you turn them into points. That's the way it goes. But there are going to be points at the time, or points in the game where Texas Wesleyan is just going to score. They're a good team. It's going to happen, but you just stay with your game plan, and I like the way they're going right now defensively.
In terms of shooting so far, Langston is 4 of 11 on field goal, shooting 36%. Texas Wesleyan on their side, 2 of 9, 22%. Sodapay has it now, going to swing it back over now. Back over to Diamond Richardson on the left wing. Diamond Richardson. And then down low goes Sodapay, and it's going to be a jump ball situation. When you're the big, you bring the ball down, they're going to tie you up generally when you're down there on that box.
Right. I think Langston is doing a great job of playing unselfish basketball, finding the open shot. They just got to get it to fall here.
So going to throw it in now. Jordan Connor now has it. Back over in the hands of Keshell Doughty, who turns and fires with 8 seconds on the clock. Rebound pulled down by Sodapay, and Sodapay throws it back up. Going to get contact. Going to go to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah. Great basketball play by Sodapay for her team to snag that offensive rebound, go up strong. Yeah, she didn't make the shot, but she drew the foul, and the fouls are just racking up here for Texas Wesleyan that could have potential damage for them for that team later on in the game, late in the second half. But I mean, we've seen quite a few offensive. How many offensive rebounds does LU have right now?
Both of them have 5 apiece.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a lot more even than what I thought.
Well, you go by the momentum. Early on,
Right.
it was Texas Wesleyan leading in the rebounding category. Langston's come alive here late. Sotope goes 2 of 2 at the free throw line, so she has 2 on the board so far in this game. So going back to work, Jordan Brown, Diamond Richardson, Jordan Connor, and Sotope with Michaela Woods. As the ball is on the ground now, should be a jump ball situation.
Yeah, that's what they called. But, I mean, Jordan Brown right there is just getting in the way. She's just getting in the way, and Texas Wesleyan is having to change directions at a drop of a dime, and they're struggling to get in the paint and find an open shot and to lose control of the ball. That's a huge play by Jordan Brown.
All right, ball on the left wing. Pass inside on the box. Sotope covering. Going to turn and fire. Power shot. Gets her own rebound. Shot no good. Rebound eventually pulled down there by Jordan Connor. Nice job by the Langston defense on box out. Michaela Woods into the lane. Drops it down low. The Sotope, and she wasn't ready for the pass.
That was a beautiful pass. It was a hard pass to make because there were defenders in front of her, and Sotope was like, how did the ball get here? She wasn't ready for it. It goes out of bounds, but I think she'll be ready next time that happens.
All right, going back to work. It is Lady Ram ball. They're down 7, 1:13 to go. Substitution, Sotope comes out, Mikhail Kramer comes back in.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness of the Lady Lion basketball team, especially right now. They're just getting after it, and they got to play 40 minutes of hell and give them everything they got. Look at Diamond Richardson, who's just a great on-ball perimeter defender.
All right, going back to work. Samford now has it. Now she gave it up. Ball back in the hands now of Hurtado. Hurtado being covered by Kramer, and Kramer with a lot of contact. 6 seconds on the clock, 5 seconds. Got a turn and fire. What a nice move going to the lane there. Nice job by Taryn Willis as she turned and went downstream on that one. Glided to the basket with contact. She's going to go to the free throw line shooting too.
And again, that's what Texas Wesleyan is. They want to take high percentage shots and get as close to the basket as possible. And she had trouble getting the shot off, but was able to draw the foul. Now, if they're going to play that way, they got to make their free throws, and she just missed this first one here.
So on the free throws right now, you got Texas Wesleyan, and Willis goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So thus far in the game, she just picked up her second point of the night. Under a minute to go. In fact, under 40 seconds to go as Michaela Woods gets across the timeline. Ball in the hands of Mikhail Kramer. Back to Woods. Over to Richardson. Richardson being covered. Looking. Finds Jordan Connor on the box. Jordan kicks it over to Woods. Woods.
Great crossover.
Back up top to Mikhail Kramer. To Jordan Brown on the box. Jordan being double teamed. They kick it back out. 5 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a turnover. Good defensive possession there by Texas Wesleyan, clogging up the lane and double teaming on the pass on the box. Ball on the left wing. Hurtado swings it over to Willis. Ball's going to be deflected by Connor. Turn and fire in the lane, and she gets the shot to fall. Cameron Phillips doing work on the box.
Yeah, I mean, that was a successful play for Texas Wesleyan. I thought Connor was going to be able to knock that ball out of bounds, but she, got it to Hensley, and she'll go to the free throw line. Is that Hensley at the free throw line?
I thought that.
Is that Phillips or
Phillips.
Hensley? I
It's
can't
Phillips.
tell, 22 or 23.
It's Phillips.
Okay.
So Phillips is at the line right now.
I mean, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and that's just the way it was. But I'm not mad at the effort. I'm not mad at the way this Lady Lion basketball team is playing defense. It's just, taking it one possession at a time. If they continue to play this way, they're going to be just fine. But, again, the Rams are a good basketball team. They're going to hit some buckets every now and then.
Now Phillips at the free throw line. Spots and shots. Knocks it down 13-10. 2.7 seconds to go. In the hands of Woods, she turns and fires as time expires in. It hits the back rim and almost went down there, but nonetheless, Texas Wesleyan battled back. And then at the end of one, it is officially 13-10.
Yeah, and they took momentum. I mean, they went on a 7-0 run. And so it's, the end of the quarter, the momentum is kind of back at 50%. And we'll see how the second quarter starts and who can get the momentum back, or if Texas Wesleyan can keep it.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to LU Women's Basketball Greek Night, powered by OERB.
We excel.
We restore.
Nosotros restauramos.
We educate.
We win.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/Mike Rowe.
Welcome back to LU Women's Basketball, presented by LU Athletics, the Black Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Tinker Federal Credit Union, OERB Greek Night. And right now the Lions are up by 3 going into the second period tonight. The Lions will have the ball first, and on the floor for the Lions you've got Richardson, Michaela Woods, Nikhil Kramer, Jordan Brown, and also Cashel Doughty on the floor right now. Back in the hands of Diamond Richardson, who swings it over to Michaela Woods. Woods up top the circle, pass to the wing. And Diamond Richardson goes baseline, draws contact and a foul. Tonight's game is being, of course, broadcasted by Maurice Prince and, of course, Jay Swick on the call for you this evening. Nice drive again, Swick. You always like it when the power game, Diamond Richardson, drives to the lane.
Yeah, I like the intensity, that the drive of this basketball team offensively. They seem to be getting their own shots. They're attacking the rim at will, just trying to knock them down as much as you can. But, so far so good at the stripe. There's been some missed three-pointers that I felt like were really open shots for Michaela Woods, but that's going to fall the longer she plays in this game and gets some rhythm.
That last shot spin around the rim and down for Diamond Richardson. She's got 4 on the night thus far. On the floor for the Lady Rams right now, out there is Taryn Willis, back in the hands of Sanford. Also Smith, and a pass inside. Also you got Goldman out there, and it looks like on the box there was, of course, so who they call the foul on there?
Yeah, they called it on, is that Mariah Smith? 21?
Yes.
Or 12?
No, it's 12. If it's 12, it's Cashel Doughty.
Okay, it's
Cashel Doughty.
Yeah, Cashel Doughty, but that was an offensive foul in my
Inbound
opinion.
steal there, going back to work the Lions. Swing it over to Diamond Richardson, who drives baseline, kicks it out to Jordan Brown, swings it. Michaela Woods to the corner. Diamond Richardson swings it back over to Michaela Woods. Back to the corner. Shot by Doughty. 4-3. Give me all 1, 2, 3 of those. And the Lion lead extends out to 8.
Great ball movement to find the open shooter, and that's what they're doing consistently. And if they just can continue to knock down those open shots, they're going to be just fine. And, boy, Michaela Woods is going to get called for the foul there.
Little conversation after the game. Sure, there was Mike talking about dinner plans when it was all said and done. But nonetheless, team foul number 2 against the Lions, 1 against the Rams thus far in this game. Substitutions coming into the game now comes Cameron Gibson. Also, Sophia Hurtado returns, along with Imani Mitchell on the floor with Savannah Smith on the floor. Here we go for the Rams. And also, I'm sorry, number 0, Cameron Gibson, if I didn't say her before. 8:45 to go before the end of the first half. Ball on the left wing. The Lions continue to demonstrate that suffocating defense. Toss against the glass shot, no good. Nice rebound there by Diamond Richardson. Ball's nearly knocked loose, gets it to Michaela Woods, swings it back over. Cashel Doughty with the up fake, down low, passes it away, throws it away. Taryn Willis with the steal. Ball knocked loose, but the Rams maintain possession. Taryn Willis now has it. Willis swings it to the left wing. 3-point shot there by Mitchell. And Mitchell knocks down the 3-point shot. It's a 5-point game now as the Ram offense is starting to heat up now.
Yeah,
Swig.
good shot by Texas Wesleyan. They found the open shot, was able to knock it down. But, they're not playing as good a defense on LU's offense.
All right.
Whereas the other way around, there's a nice mid-range jumper.
Double clutch there. And again, a jump ball situation as Kramer was battling on the block against Willis. It's going to be a jump ball situation, Texas Wesleyan ball.
Nykel Kramer is getting after it down there on the block in the paint. Like, she's fighting tooth and nail. And that's what you need. Sadipe as well. She's doing a great job of just, getting all those rebounds and offensive boards. Now it's back on defense.
All right, ball back in the hands now of Mitchell. Mitchell being covered by Michaela Woods. 7:45 to go. Across the timeline. Ball nearly knocked loose or dislodged. Good job by the Lion defense applying pressure. 17 on the shot clock. The ball is going to be stolen. Nice job by Jordan Brown, who pulled the chair out and then trying to pass it in traffic. Going to be intercepted that time by Mitchell. Mitchell pressing the mark forward.
Good transition defense by Texas Wesleyan to get in those passing lanes, get the steal.
Driving baseline and drawing contact against Jordan Connor, who had checked into the game. It's going to be team foul number 3 against the Lions now.
Yeah, it'll be a foul on the floor. Quick little substitution.
Jordan Connor comes out and Diamond Richardson returns.
I want to see Diamond Richardson get more active offensively. She's been using a lot of her energy on the defensive side tonight. But once she gets going offensively, she's going to be hard to stop.
Mitchell looking for airspace, and she's turned away and denied there by Michaela Woods. And then suffocating defense again. Ball in the hands, and then nice turn and fire. Shot no good that time by Gibson. Rebound by Michaela Woods. Michaela Woods and the Lion offense gets to reset right now.
Oh, what a cut.
And
inside.
cut it to the basket. Diamond Richardson can't get the shot to fall. And then Nykel Kramer is going to be battling, and they're going to call her with the foul. Team foul number 4. Dangerous moment here for the Lions now. They've got 4 team fouls, Swick. One more puts Texas Wesleyan on the free throw line, which will give them free opportunity with 6:54 to close that gap even further in the lead.
Yeah, that's a lot of time left, too. You got to be careful about your foul count for the rest of the half.
All right, Gibson has it above the circle. Going to throw it out on the wing. Now driving inside is Willis, and she's going to have the ball knocked loose. And it looks like it will still be Ram ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock now.
And that's just another annoying defensive play. And that's the LU Lady defense, is they're really greedy right now. And they're doing any little thing possible to disrupt the play. And it could be just getting a finger on the basketball to knock it loose. And, you just got to keep playing like that, keep playing that style of basketball, and the turnovers will come. Because they've been D'ing up really, really well in this Texas Wesleyan. The Rams are having to work to get open shots. And, they haven't been making them as consistently. They've been really relying on a lot of these foul shots. And so you're seeing, especially this quarter, LU's foul count increase a little bit. But you got to back off. Now there's that fine line between playing aggressive defense and then too aggressive, which ends up getting whistles.
All right, now going to work right now. Tonight's Greek night is powered by OERB. Hey, some little more OERB trivia tonight. Oklahoma ranks 5th in natural gas production, if you did not know, but they also rank 6th in oil production. So that's an interesting thing to note here in the nation. Going back to live action now. Both teams have cooled off quite a bit on the shooting percentage as Mitchell drives to the lane, and she's going to score the basket, and she took 3 or 4 Lion defenders with her and kisses it off the glass and gets that shot to foul. Now, they got 5 team fouls, the Lions do, and to the free throw line now goes Imani Mitchell. On the evening thus far, Swick, Imani Mitchell starting to heat up in her own right. She had 3 coming off the bench. Now she's got 5 going for that 6-point right now.
Yeah, and for somebody that didn't even start for this team tonight, I mean, she might be their secret weapon. She's kind of performed the best so far tonight from what we've seen from Texas Wesleyan. We'll see if she can, knock down these free throws.
She misses that free throw, and the rebound is going to be tapped out, and it will be LU ball. So Langston will have it. With a 3-point lead, 6:23 to go before the end of the first half. The Lions are going to have to find a way, again, to attack the box. On the floor right now for the Lions, you've got Jordan Brown, Ruth Sotope. You've got Diamond Richardson, Michaela Woods, and now you've got Titiona Woods-Blackow, and that was a bad pass there by Sotope. She passed it trying to get it to a cutting Diamond Richardson, but there was too many Lady Ram defenders ready to take that one.
Right, a little bit of a sloppy play there offensively, but it's back to the lab on defense for the LU Lady Lions here, and I like their style of defense. They've just got to keep playing and getting those offensive or defensive boards and get it back. Michaela Wood's going to slow this thing down.
She's being double teamed, and now contact as Woods Black Owl came to get the ball, and they're going to draw contact against Gianni Wimbush-Gay.
Yeah,
that's
Gianni
her first
came
person.
in there like a hockey player with the shoulder, and that was an easy call.
So Sotope comes out, and so we now get a look at Jada Spence in the game for the first time. Second team foul. The Lady Lions got to realize that Texas Wesleyan will generally, Coach Highland does not press all the time, but he presses effectively, and it's caught the Lions off guard a couple of times as Jordan Brown now has it. Lady Lions need a bucket now. Trying to get the ball down to Michaela Woods, and they do. Woods had to fight for it. Going to swing it over. Diamond Richardson looks, drives, tries to swing it. Pass is going to be intercepted or taken away by the Ram defense. Going to work now. Diamond Richardson stepping out against Imani Mitchell. And this time contact in the back by Titiona Woods Black Owl. That's team foul number 6. So going to the free throw line happens to be will be Phillips. Cameron Phillips going to the free throw line. She's tied along with Mitchell, both with 5 points each.
Yeah, Zanaya Hensley's going to come in the game for Texas Wesleyan, but yeah, I mean, again, good team. They're going to go on their runs. You've just got to continue to play hard and try and set the tempo and get some turnovers and try and score in transition. If you can get them on their heels a little bit, you can take momentum back. But this is the way it's going to be like all night, okay? I mean, there's not going to be a massive 15-0 run by either team. These are two good teams facing off against each other and battling it out. And the margin of error is small.
Phillips now has a game-high 7 points on the night. 19 seconds on the shot clock. The Lions got to find a way to stop turning the ball over, and they did it again. As the Texas Wesleyan Ram defense, Mitchell drives to the basket and scores.
Yeah,
they found a way to get easy baskets, disrupt that. And what you did not say in that last group, and I'm going to say it for you, Texas Wesleyan has taken all the momentum the Lions had built in that first quarter and taken it all back. To what extent? I'll tell you right now. As it stands right now, they've outscored the Lions 7-5, but the Lions have made it a point in this period to turn the ball over on poor passing, trying to get the ball in the lane. What Texas Wesleyan is doing is collapsing and will trap the recipient of the ball who's on the box at any time. They're cutting them off, and now Chris Vince is going to have to get his team to dig deep and stop turning the ball over as Texas Wesleyan leads 19-18.
Yeah, and I'm glad he called that timeout just to stop that run. What is the turnover margin right now for both teams? Because if you remember the last time that they played Texas Wesleyan, that was an issue for the Lady Lions.
It was.
And they lost by 5.
Right.
And they committed 20 turnovers in the game and only lost by 5. So that's something they've got to take advantage of. They got to play better on the offensive end, and it's not necessarily about making shots. I like their shot selection. You can't give up careless turnovers.
All right, so to answer your question, let's answer that right now. So in the first quarter, it was 9-6. 9 turnovers against Texas Wesleyan, 6 for the Lions. And the second, it switched. 2 turnovers for the Rams, 6 for the Lions. Both teams have 11 each. But that's what allowed the other team to get these runs. To your point, everything you just said. Both teams will make runs based upon off their defenses playing, their identity.
Well, I like this lineup for LU. I think they've got their starters in this game aside from Jada Spence. But, Richardson, Woods, Jordan Brown gets the bucket, retakes the lead. Got to lean on your core players here.
All right, going back to work to set the identity. Jordan Brown now has on the night, she has 8 on the night, has taken the game high and team lead in scoring right now. But the Lion defense needs to make a statement on this possession as Phillips cuts to the basket, swings it down low to Goldsmith. They're going to swing it back up top. Wide open shot by Wimbush-Gay. Shot no good, but Gay gets it back, and she goes to the basket, can't get that one to fall, and Michaela Woods controls that one. That is Michaela Woods' 7th rebound in the first half.
Yeah, she's been crashing the boards, and, Texas Wesleyan is getting way too many offensive boards, too many second chance opportunities. They've got to limit those, and Michaela was able to get the ball back and get their offensive possession. Here's Jordan underneath the basket.
Jordan Brown can't get that one to fall. Tries to corral her own rebound, but again, scramble for the ball, ends up getting knocked out of bounds and will be Lion ball.
Good call, and there's 18 seconds left on the shot clock, so there's plenty of time to inbound the basketball and operate your half-court set and get an open shot here.
Kirksey to throw it back in now. Lions going to get it ball into Diamond Richardson, who shoots in traffic in the lane. Contact, no foul. Jada Spence takes it. Jada Spence misses the first one. Ball careens out of Korea. Kirksey has it. That's 3 possessions or 3 good rebounds from this team on that. And then going to the lane, draws foul. Nice job there by Kirksey, drawing a foul against Savannah Smith. But that was effort. You talked about that, Swick. Effort.
Yeah, hustle play right there by the LU Lady Lions. They made everything happen right there, just based out of hustle. They wanted it more. They just got to get this shot to fall.
Going to throw it into Michaela Woods now. So you got Woods, Spence, Richardson, Brown, and Kirksey on the floor for the Lions. Kirksey gets it on the handoff, gets it over to Diamond Richardson. Diamond Richardson double teamed up top, and it's going to be a jump ball situation. And this time, will it go to Texas Wesleyan?
I think.
Or is it Langston?
Okay, they're going to say it's going to go to the Langston Lady Lions. I thought the possession arrow was pointing the other way. I was wrong.
So Cashel Dottie has come in the game now for Diamond Richardson. So you've got Jordan Brown, Michaela Woods, Spence, and Dottie on the floor right now. Dottie knocked down a good three-point shot earlier. Let's see if she can get loose again. Dottie, one of the team's best three-point shooters. Jordan Brown swings it back out. 5 seconds on the clock. They got to get a shot off. Jada Spence wheels into the lane. Oh, power game. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Phillips and Texas Wesleyan. Across the timeline goes Sanford. Kirksey has to pick her up on the left. Sanford swings it to the corner. Trying to get the ball back in the hands of Hurtado. Hurtado going to work against Jada Spence, and a nice spin move by Hurtado, knocking the basket down. Good job by Texas Wesleyan. They retake the lead by 1.
Yeah, I mean, missed opportunity the last offensive possession for the Lady Lions where Jada Spence had a great shot selection. Here's Michaela is going to attack. Can't get it to fall. Ball goes out of bounds. Yeah.
So the ball's knocked loose. One thing is happening right now, when you start talking about shooting percentage, you were talking about that early on. The Lions in this quarter right now, Swicker, 2 of 9, 22%, where Texas Wesleyan is 4 of 9, 44% in the quarter. Now, you're talking about the game. The Lions obviously started off hotter, but as this quarter has gone on, this has been all about what Texas Wesleyan has done on the defensive end by turning up the heat. The Lions can't seem like there's a lid on top of the basket.
Yeah, this is an even matchup. Jordan Brown for 3.
Can't get that shot to fall. That time rebound by Phillips. Great rebound by Phillips. Across the lane, now back in the hands. Coming across is Smith. Smith has Woods on her back.
Good defense by Woods.
Now the back in the hands of Foster. Foster back to Smith. Smith up fakes, drives to the elbow, kicks it back out to Sanford. Reset, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Ball to the right wing. Lion defense doing a good job, and it looks like there's contact underneath.
Yeah, there's some contact in the paint. Not sure who's going to be at fault here.
So Cashel Dottie called with the fouls. That's going to put Phillips back on the line. Phillips thus far in this game has 7. Going to go back to the free throw line right now, where she has been excellent from the free throw line thus far in the first half, 5 for 5.
Yeah.
So
try to increase it by 2 more points here, but misses the first one, so.
She misses that one. 1:53 to go.
I still like the aggressive defense from LU, and even over the past 3 minutes, if they foul, it's to the free throw line. They've been in the bonus for quite a while, and it wasn't until under the 2-minute mark before they got there. Missed both of them.
Now, Michaela Woods pulls down another rebound. That's 8 rebounds for her. She's got 2 offensive and now 6 on the defensive end. So to pay.
Somebody's got to wheel them to a bucket.
And Cashel Dottie launches a deep three-point shot. Shot no good. Cameron Kirksey, Korea Kirksey gets it. Kirksey fouls for 3. And it finds a way to stay inside the lip. And it falls for the Lions and puts them up by 2. 23-21. Under 90 seconds to go before the end of the first half.
The reliable Korea Kirksey with the bucket. Now it's back on defense. No time to celebrate.
Ball back in the hands of Phillips, being covered now by Doughty. Doughty trying to curtail Phillips, but they're going to draw contact again. And is it going to be on Sotapay?
Looks like a late whistle.
Yeah, it's going to get against Ruth Sotapay. It wasn't against the defender. She led her into the to the post, and Sotapay is going to contact her with the body. So to the free throw line now goes Phillips. Phillips just missed 2. See if she can get back on the other side. She's shooting 71% this far in this game per the last 2. Let's see if she can get back on the right side of it. She gets that first one to fall. She is now 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Yeah, but just 8 opportunities. That's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, too many.
And
misses the second one, so they don't tie it up. LU with a 1-point lead.
Woods rips down another rebound on that one. Rebound number 9. Ball in the hands of Kirksey now. Kirksey looking for a screen. Gets it over to Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown above the circle, back over to Kirksey. Kirksey thought about the 3. Kirksey, who has one of the 2 3-point shots. And they're going to end up knocking her down that time, so contact.
It's Anayan Sanford for Texas Wesleyan that'll get the foul called. They're really close, still not in the bonus quite yet.
So the Lions are going to inbound it from underneath their own goal with 48.5 seconds to go, 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Jordan Brown's going to throw it in.
Quick substitutions here.
So
yeah, Yanni Wimbush-Gay is going to come in the game for Texas Wesleyan.
So I'm going to get the inbound to Sotapay. Sotapay gets it back in the hands of Kirksey. And they're going to call a foul here. Let's see what they've got here.
Maybe an illegal screen or
maybe the clock didn't move. I don't really see.
Yeah, something's going on with the clock. He's talking with the scorekeeper right now and going to try and get that fixed.
Or either it's the shot clock. Something didn't move. Because we basically had 48 seconds down to 47 seconds.
I was afraid of an illegal screen there on LU. But that wasn't
I
the
mean,
case.
they've been calling illegal screens.
You know, I don't really have a problem with what Langston's been trying to do offensively. It's just, you know, sometimes they've missed some open shots, and that's just, you know, part of it. You got to figure out a way to get those buckets.
Both teams in the first half don't have really pretty numbers overall.
Yeah.
So now
there's been some sloppy possessions with some careless turnovers where you got to take care of the basketball, and knowing what happened last game. You know, where it got kind of sloppy, and you got to learn from that. You got to adjust.
So it's been adjusted. 47 seconds on the game clock, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Sotapay tracks down, gets it over to Michaela Woods. Jordan Brown lices up a 3, and she's straight cash from the corner. And the Lions.
That's what we're talking about. Great open shot, take it and knock it down. It's just that simple. That's what she did on that possession. Now it's back on defense, trying to trap the ball carrier.
Phillips with a nice drop step move, but she can't maintain possession of the ball. They're going to say it's knocked out of bounds.
That's got to be LU basketball.
So let's see here.
They're discussing it.
Because it didn't look like anybody made contact on Phillips when she spun.
Yeah, Korea Kirksey got in the way and forced Texas Wesleyan to basically make that mistake.
So
great backside defense by Korea Kirksey made that play happen.
Shot clock has been turned off, so 22.7 seconds to go. See if the Lions elect to play for 1 here. Michaela Woods across the timelines now.
Coach Vincent called out a play, so they want to take the last shot, but
Kirksey finds a 3, launches it, shot no good, rebound by Phillips. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Sanford. She hurries across the timeline with 3 on the clock to the corner. And
did not get it off.
Didn't pay attention to how much time was on it, so no shot as we have hit the end of the first half. And the Langston leads 26-22 on Greek night powered by OERB. Guess what? The OERB halftime report is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. I'm Maurice Prince, he's Jay Swig, and you're listening to LU Women's Basketball, sponsored by LU Athletics, the Black Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. We'll be right back.
We heal.
We produce.
We discover. We nurture.
We show out.
excel.
We restore.
Nosotros restauramos.
We educate.
We win.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and who wants to win $10,000? First of all, you gotta be a high school senior in the Oklahoma City Metro. Second of all, you gotta hit that QR code down at the bottom. Third of all, this is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting. And don't forget Superprint.
Welcome back to the OERB halftime report. Of course, OERB, proud sponsor of Langston Athletics, powering tonight's Greek night. And if you're watching online on PPBC TV tonight, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate bringing you LU basketball tonight, but I want you to know right now, all of the frats and, of course, and all the sororities are stepping tonight, and they will be stepping. Some of it will be broadcast. Some of it will be more of the game at certain times. Now, did you know the average salary of a worker in the oil and natural gas industry is about $104,000? So if you're looking for a new career, look no further than the Oklahoma oil and gas industry. The first commercial oil well in Oklahoma, named Nellie Johnstone #1, was drilled in 1897 near Bartlesville. Now let's get inside the numbers here and take a look at what we saw in the first half. Swick, the numbers tell the truth, but there was one number that stood out before I get into some of the things that I saw, but the number that stood out to you the most.
Yeah, and it's the turnovers. I mean, 11 turnovers by Langston Lady Lions. It's led to 12 points for Texas Wesleyan. And if you take that number away, then we've got a totally different ball game here. But still, in a good spot. You've got a 4-point lead going into the second half. Texas Wesleyan's a good team. This is a team that beat you last time. Now, if I remember correctly, they were up 5 at half the last time they played.
Right.
So it's all about how you respond in the second half. You got to clean up these turnovers. I like their shot selections. You got to knock down the open shots. We saw them kind of pick that up there at the end. Jordan Brown hit that big three-pointer. But defensively, just continue to play hard-nosed, hard-fought defense and be a nuisance to the other team, and you'll get your opportunities. And when you get those opportunities, you got to figure out a way to capitalize.
Right. So you can pick your poison on how Langston's been able to maintain the lead. Swick talked about the 11 offensive points that Texas Wesleyan got, the 12 points they got off the turnovers from Langston. But I also want to throw in second chance points because Langston's out rebounding Texas Wesleyan. 7 second chance points has allowed them to stay in the lead. Now, if I told you that Texas Wesleyan shot the 3 better than Langston, I'd say, yeah, but not by much. Texas Wesleyan knocked down 1 3-pointer, where Langston knocked down 2 more than them, a total of 3. Now, Langston only shot 30% from 3 in the first half of this game, but that 6 points, you can dice it up, 26-22. It's a 4-point game.
Right.
You can say, how do we get it? It's about mixing and matching. But both teams, this has been a game of runs. First quarter was all about what Langston wanted. The second quarter, Texas Wesleyan took all that back. And then right there at the end, Langston made another push to maintain. So, Swick, in the second half of this game, how does Langston expand on that lead? And Texas Wesleyan is going to do everything they can to stay in the mix.
Well, I don't think they need to change a lot as far as strategy. I just think it's about executing. I like their shot selection, but when you get an open shot and you take it, that's great. You got to make it.
You got to make it. Isn't it funny how basketball's that simple?
It really is. It's not rocket science, or else I wouldn't be here. Okay, but I look at the 7-point second chance point. That number should be higher because there were some second chance points that Langston missed out on. That they need to just continue to play their game. Keep the foul marks as low as you can. It's easier said than done, but we saw them get to that bonus early
in that
with several minutes left in the quarter. Now they did a good job of really not fouling from that point on. So Texas Wesleyan did not go back to the free throw line as many times. Now it starts over, and the focus is okay. Now it's our turn to draw their fouls.
And get to the free throw.
Get them in the bonus, and that way we can go to the free throw every time a whistle's
So if you're watching, you're a Texas Wesleyan fan, the path to getting back in the game is knock down your free throws and make those more timely shots and score off the turnovers.
And I think Texas Wesleyan is they're working hard to try and get these buckets, and they're having to earn it. Now, there's been times where they've taken the lead a couple times, and it's been, successful for them. But to keep that up for 40 minutes and now 20 more minutes, I mean, it's a difficult task to do. And the LU Lady Lions are forcing Texas Wesleyan to really have to work at it. and we'll see how successful they can be in the second half. But the fact that it is a difficult task to overcome is a good thing, and you just got to keep playing hard-nosed defense.
Road games are supposed to be a challenge for the away team. So Texas Wesleyan's largest lead in the first half was 1. They had it a couple of times. Langston's largest lead of the game was 8. So if I asked and put some truth serum in the hand, in Scott Hyland, he said we're down by 4 and we're here. We got a great chance to win. That's a 3. That's 2 baskets. Either way you want to look at it, that they can get and and turn this around automatically. So what Langston can ill afford to do is what Swick said. They can't afford to go on get these open looks and then not take cash the check at the bank. I mean, if you're going to get the paycheck, you got to cash it at the bank. But if you continue to do that, and Texas Wesleyan can get a little bit of a lead here and put that pressure back on the Lions, then I always say the ghost of Christmas past, the last game will creep back in, and you'll start tightening up when you really don't need to.
Right. I think the LU Lady Lions are the aggressor, and they're forcing Texas Wesleyan to play their style of basketball. Now, there's been times where Texas Wesleyan is like, okay, I can play your style, and I can play well. But it's a marathon of a basketball game, and it's ups and downs with each quarter. So it's just about, continuing to play your game plan and force them into situations that make them uncomfortable. Some of the shots that Texas Wesleyan was taking, it was just, they're trying to shoot with defenders in their face. They're shooting contested shots. So that tells me that Coach Chris Vincent's team is doing a great job. I mean, if you can only do what you do when defending a shooter, and sometimes they can knock down some shots even when you're all over them. So
that's right.
Force them into being uncomfortable and see what happens. But I do think that the LU Lady Lions are the aggressive team, and they've just got to continue that here for the third and fourth quarter. Finish strong.
Cameron Phillips is the high scorer for the Lady Rams. She's got 8 first-half points. Jordan Brown has 11, and the only player in double-digit scoring thus far. So coming back to work here, ball back in the hands of the Lady Rams. So working the ball around the top of the perimeter. Wide open shot as Maddie Boyd makes an entrance, but nobody closes out, and Hurtado starts off by firing a shot from deep and pulls it within 1.
One way to start this second half, but I felt like there was an offensive foul committed by Texas Wesleyan that didn't get called. Turned it into a 3-point shot, so now it's a 1-point difference, and there you go. Second chance points by LU. Jordan Brown gets right back to work.
Jordan Brown,
on top, 3 points.
So now Cameron Phillips drives baseline, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kirksey. She throws it up to Diamond Richardson. Diamond drives down Main Street and scores.
Great
and puts
job.
the Lions back up by 5.
And I want to see Richardson really get busy in transition. She really wasn't utilized as much as I want her to be utilized in the first half, and I think that was by design. Texas Wesleyan knows what she brings to the table.
Into the lane, shot's going to be blocked. Oh, Savannah Smith, as she tried to get that shot off. Now back in the hands of Kirksey. Kirksey drifts, passes back, swings it. Michaela Woods thoughts about the 3. Up fake by Jordan Brown. And they're going to reverse action, get the ball back in the hands of Woods. Over to the corner to Kirksey. Kirksey follows for 3 and rattles it down. Straight cash goes Kirksey.
That defensive possession by Texas Wesleyan wasn't very good. I mean, there was all open shots all over the place. Korea Kirksey, took advantage of it, increased their lead. Now it's back on defense.
Okay, pass by Sanford. Gets it down to a cutting Hurtado, who scores it. She's got 5 second-half points starting off this quarter right away going to work.
Yeah, that was just a good cut by Hurtado, and she was able to get the ball and get the open shot. But, can that be a consistent thing? We'll see.
Diamond Richardson over to Woods, over to Kirksey. Ball, nice pass, leading to Maddie Boyd. Boyd trapped. Gets it to Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown gets contact. Shot no good. Nice harassment by Phillips. She throws it ahead to Smith. Smith being covered by Diamond Richardson. Back to the right wing. Throws it to the corner.
I mean, great persistence by the LU defense to get down the court and try and stop the shot, but that was just a good offensive play by the Rams.
Nice 14-foot jump shot by Cameron Phillips. She's now in double digits. She officially has 10 points on the night. Diamond Richardson swings it over to Michaela Woods. Woods over to Kirksey. Kirksey, who just knocked down her second 3 of the game. Jordan Brown cutting to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound, and it's going to be controlled that time by number 21, Taryn Willis.
And they're tied up there. Fouls. No foul. It's going to be jump ball.
Jump ball situation.
But that was a missed opportunity by LU. That's right down their wheelhouse. They want to get close to the basket and, put up the shot. She should have made it.
Substitution. Sodapay comes in the game now for Maddie Boyd, who checked out. Lions up by 4, 33-29.
Little inbounded from the baseline. Need to get rid of it.
Ball's back in the hands now of Sodapay. Sodapay drives baseline and draws contact against Hurtado. She's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. First team foul in the second half called against the Rams, and Sodapay is going to go to the free throw line. Sodapay, I think she only has 2 points so far this night.
They've been from the charity stripe, right?
You're right. She's 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
I just like her aggression. I mean, that's all sheer will. It's like, you're not going to stop me from shooting this shot. You may stop me from making the shot, but I'm going to draw the foul and get to the free throw line. Knocks down the first one.
So Sodapay doing all her work from the free throw line, and she goes 2 for 2. That's 4 on the night so far for Sodapay, all from the charity stripe. Across the timeline now comes Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell, who's the team's second high leading scorer. She had 7 off the bench in the first half. Now going back to work. Ball in the hands now of Gibson. Gibson looking, gets it back in the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell being covered by Kirksey. Nice cutting to the basket goes Willis. She misses, gets her own rebound, and puts it back in.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough pass to make. The window was so small, but they completed it. Missed the first shot, got the offensive board, and made the second one. So, you just got to get back. You got to be able to defend and get the rebounds to avoid that from happening.
Willis knocks down her first basket of the game. She's got 3. Jordan Brown misses the 2.
Rare mid-range miss. Usually she's money right there.
Hurtado gets it up and going to the basket. Beep, just weaving through the defense goes Amani Mitchell. She was carving it up.
I'm surprised she's not starting. I think she's one of their better players.
It's a ball in the hand now of Kirksey. Lion lead cut back down to 2. 6:05 to go. High post to Sodapay. Over to Jordan Brown. Above the circle, Jordan Brown tries to drive, kicks it back out to Diamond Richardson. Swings it. Kirksey fires. With 7 seconds on the shot clock. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down, and going ahead goes Wimbush Gay. Swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell stutter step. Swings it.
Great hustle for LU to get back on defense, but that's solid ball movement.
And a wide open 3-point shot from the corner by Cameron Gibson is cash.
Yeah, this is good on good right now. I mean, both these teams, this is what it's going to be like for the rest of the game, and whoever plays better in the fourth quarter, got to knock down that shot. Wide open.
Couldn't get that one to fall. Michaela Woods retrieves the rebound. And we go back to work. Woods trapped, kicks it over. Jordan Brown from the wing, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Mitchell. Here come the Lady Rams.
Yeah, back out on defense. And
Hurtado rolling to the basket and scores. Chris Vincent might need a timeout here as the Lions find themselves down by 3, which is the largest lead of the game for Texas Wesleyan.
Yeah, they were up by 6 just a minute ago here in this third quarter. A smart timeout by Coach Chris Vincent to just stop the momentum in its tracks. And they'll have an opportunity to get it back here after this timeout. But, yeah, I mean, it was just a great moment. But I had no problem with LU shooting those open shots. They just took 2 or 3 wide open threes that just didn't fall.
So let me ask you a question. So you've undoubtedly been able to knock down a few. So in the third, the Lions are 1 of 4 from deep, okay? But you have to ask yourself.
And all 4 were wide open
shots. But when they're not falling, take the extra 2-3 dribbles to the inside and knock down the 2. I'm not trying to sound like an old fogey here, but it's better to get the 2 and maintain the lead than give them back. Because once those shots start, stacking up that you're not making them, you miss, they go down and make. You turn around and that lead that you had at the end of the first half, now you turn around and gave it all the way back. I mean, you had a 4-point lead, and now we've got a 9-point swing not a 9-point, but a 6-point swing as they're now, up by 3.
And it goes by quick. Right? It feels like the third quarter just started. So great high post. Jordan Connor loses it, but they're going to call a foul, a reach-in foul. Thank goodness.
Are they going to call it?
I think that was on Savannah Smith of Texas. No, it was
called
not.
They called it against Jordan Connor.
Okay.
Basically trying to relitigate the steal.
So 1-1 on foul count in the third quarter. That's okay.
Going back to work. Ball in the hands of Sanford. She gets it over to Hurtado. Back in the hands of Phillips. Back over to Sanford. Over to Smith. To the corner. Texas Wesleyan ball movement has become a lot quicker, trying to get the rotation on that Lion defense, get an advantage on it. Michaela Wood stepping over. Mikhail Kramer is in the game now for Langston, by the way, as Phillips fires a two. Kramer battling, and she's going to get pushed, and it looks like it will be. So it's just out of bounds. So no foul on the play.
That was close because I thought LU actually touched it to go out of bounds, but it wasn't ruled that way. We'll take it. Move forward. Down by 3.
Across the timeline goes Michaela Woods over to Diamond Richardson, who fires it. Pass is deflected. Ball in the hands now back up top to Cashel Dottie, who's in the game. Over to Kramer, who hands off to Dottie.
Dottie hit some open shots in the first half. Puts up the shot there. Can't get it done.
A rebound pulled down by Smith. Smith hits the Jets, being covered now by Jordan Connor. Handoff now. Ball's going to be deflected. What a steal by Cashel Dottie. To the lane she goes and locks it in. She gets the steal and the deal that time.
Beautiful vision. Intercepted that pass, got in the passing lane, was able to score the easy bucket in transition. You got to make a habit of that.
All right, Sanford kicks it to the corner. Ball back in the hands now in the game of Peyton Foster. Foster. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to swing it down low onto the box by Smith. Trap.
Double team. They're going to call a jump ball.
They're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a foul here. So jump ball situation. It will be Ram basketball substitution as Hurtado comes back in the game. Foster comes out.
1 point difference here.
5 seconds on the shot clock, so Texas Wesleyan is going to have to move quickly. Hope the Lion defense knows. So 3 seconds on the shot clock. Don't know if they know. And they did not get a shot off. Texas Wesleyan was not aware of the shot clock.
Lady Lions won that defensive possession. Now that you made the stop, you got to turn that into points.
Great job.
Don't let that possession go to waste. Turn it into points. If you got to will your way to the basket, you got to do what you got to do. You got players on the court that can do that.
Okay, the ball's nearly knocked loose from Kirksey. Jordan Connor.
Gosh, yeah. Oh, well, blocking foul on Jordan Connor.
They're calling a blocking foul.
I thought her feet were set.
But Coach Chris Vincent brings up a great point. How is it a blocking foul? It's either an illegal screen. A blocking foul is when the offensive possession is on the other side. So
it looked like a body check like they do in hockey.
Yeah, it is. But again, that's a screen.
She absorbed the contract, fell down, and she paid for it with the foul. It doesn't make sense to me, but all right.
So going back to work, 38-37, foul situation 2-1. Lions have 2, Texas Wesleyan has 1. Hurtado swings it back over, back in the name of Winbush Gay, who gives it over now to Willis, who's in the game, being covered by Michaela Woods. They switch up top. Nice job, and Nelly picks it up. She does the okey doke, but Mikhail Kramer gets the best of that one. Now here comes 2-on-1. Michaela Woods in the lane, kisses it off the glass, and it gets called. And Phillips is going to get a blocking foul. Now that's a blocking foul.
Yeah.
The other one was not a blocking foul.
That was the right call. But Texas Wesleyan, to me, from our vantage point, and it's probably different from a player's perspective, but they're telegraphing where they're going to pass the basketball. And if you really see what they're trying to do, you can make steals on this team, which can lead to points in transition. But that was a great rebound by Nikhil Kramer.
Michaela Woods at the free throw line. Excellent free throw shooter over the course of the season.
Reed
and
takes
she knocks
the lead.
down another one and puts the Lions back up on top.
We're going to see lead changes all over the place tonight.
The Lions are shooting 33% in the third quarter right now against Texas Wesleyan, who's shooting 53% from the field. The Lions are going to have to step it up on the defensive side of the ball, just like they did on the last possession. Ball's knocked away by Diamond Richardson. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball back in the hands of Willis.
And that's what I mean by getting those passing lanes.
Willis pulls up with the runner. Shot no good. Michaela Woods couldn't control the rebound. Ball back in the hand as Willis fires. Nice little mid-range 10-foot jump shot. Knocks down and puts the Rams back up by 1, 40-39.
Chance points there for Texas Wesleyan, and if they keep getting offensive boards, those types of buckets are going to happen.
Ball in the hands of Jordan Brown.
Knock that down.
And now Willis fires, and the shot rattles down as Michaela Woods goes 1-2. Give me 3 of those, and puts the Lions back up by 2. Up fake by Wimbush Gay, who drops it down to Hurtado. Hurtado in the lane. It's going to be a jump ball situation, and the fans cheer it on. It's going to be Lions ball. Nice timing by the Lions as she went to bring the ball up. They tied her up.
Yeah, because Shell Dottie just got in the way. She's the one that made that play and created that turnover for the Lady Lions. That was a great defensive play by her. Now they got to turn it into points.
Ball in the hands now. Korea Kirksey, who gets it over to Diamond Richardson. Richardson backs it up, swings it. Nice, beautiful pass. Trying to get the ball back down to Kramer. Kramer
needs help.
And they're going to fire it. They're going to call Jordan Brown for traveling on the play.
I mean, that was a good defensive possession for Texas Wesleyans. They were all over her and forced her into that mistake. But, yeah, Diamond Richardson is putting on a clinic right now, dribbling the basketball. Like, her ball handling skills is really good.
All right.
And they just got to keep playing persistent defense and
side rim shot there by Imani Mitchell. She couldn't get that one to fall. So the Lion lead remains 2.
Can make it a 2-possession game, and in a 2-possession game like this is a really good position to be in.
I would agree. Ball in the hands of Jordan Brown. Back over to Michaela Woods, over to Diamond Richardson, who's not scored in the second half of this one. On the box to Michaela Woods, who swings it to Kirksey. Jordan Brown up fakes, drives in the lane, pulls up. Shot no good. Rebound, scramble. Who comes up with it?
Jordan.
And it looks like it's going to be a jump ball situation. They're going to say it's out.
I think it's out of bounds, and it's going to be – oh, it's timeout. She grabbed the ball before going out of bounds, called a timeout. Smart move by Jordan Brown.
So it's going to be a 30-second timeout here against Langston, which is going to be 8 seconds on the shot clock when action restarts. But, Swick, this quarter has gone by extremely fast. However, Texas Wesleyan has gotten the best of it again. 8 of 16 shooting overall, 50%. 2 of 3 from 3, 66%. Where the Lions, on the other hand, 5 of 14 shooting, 35%. 2 of 5 from 3, 40%. So in other words, the shot have not come easy. And again, I want to give credit to, say that the Lions are not missing shots, but I got to give Texas Wesleyan some credit because this is, if they didn't do it down in Fort Worth, then you have no reason to say that they're not doing it here. But they did it in Fort Worth. So they're having the success of at least causing some frustration for the Lady Lion offensive end.
Yeah, and I still think that LU is just missing some open shots, and that's something they've got to fix. But Texas Wesleyan has adjusted it well offensively and was able to get some more points and, get those runners going and those screens going. And that's a great bucket by Jordan Brown.
Elbow jumper.
That 2-possession lead. And I'll take that every time with 25 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Okay, so there is a shot clock should be turned off because it's about a second difference.
Yeah.
So going to work now. 16 seconds on the game clock. Ball in the hands now of Willis. Kramer stepping out on her, cutting off, and then leaving a wide open shot for Hurtado. She can't get that shot to fall. Nice rebound on the other end there by Gibson. She can't get it. 3 seconds on the clock. And then firing as time expires. And a great rebound as the quarter end by Nicole Kramer. And of course, the Lions lead by 4 going into the fourth. We'll be right back. After this, you're listening to Langston Lion Women's Basketball, sponsored by LU Athletics, the Black Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, OERB, and Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
We heal.
We produce.
We discover.
We nurture.
We show out.
We excel.
We restore.
Nosotros restauramos.
We educate.
We win.
It's Greek Night, powered by OERB. I'm Maurice Prince. He's Jay Swig. The biggest takeaway in the third and the second half has got to be the momentum and the way Texas Wesylan came out and played.
Yeah, and they're down by 4, but they've been shooting 50+% in the second half, and that's got to change. All right, I don't think LU's shooting quite that high percentage.
No, they're shooting 33% in the second half.
But they're doing something right because you got a 4-point lead. So, you just got to keep playing defense, force some turnovers, and turn that into points.
All right, going to work here. Who's on the floor for the Lions? You've got Kramer, Richardson. Looks like Cashel Doughty, Michaela Woods, and then Nikhil Kramer's going to end up with the body check there. She did not intend to, but she did knock Cameron Gibson to the ground.
Yeah, she just got too close that time, and that's just that fine line of playing a little too aggressive on the defense. That'll get you a whistle, but I like the hustle from Kramer.
All right, going back to work. Going to throw the ball in, and they get the ball back in the hands of Phillips. Phillips turns and fires, and a nice spin move off Diamond Richardson. Phillips in the game in the second half of this one. She's just really continued to heat up. Yeah, Phillips now has 12 points on the night.
Diamond tried to get that charge foul, but great ball movement here.
Okay, ball in the
the open shot. Here's Richardson.
Richardson throws it to the corner. Woods from the corner for 3. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down. And to the races goes Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane. Kisses it off the glass and scores. Mitchell's got some jets and great ball speed when she is dribbling.
And in a blink of an eye, it's a tie ball game. But, yeah, I mean, on those situations, you got to get back out on defense so that can happen.
So Diamond Richardson now has it. Cross-court pass over to Doughty. Doughty pulls up just inside, just above the free throw line. Can't get that one to rebound to fall. Rebound by Texas Wesleyan. Here comes Mitchell. And Mitchell is in double digits. And actually, with that last shot, she becomes the third Wesleyan player with double digits. She's got 11. Hurtado's got 11. And Phillips has 12. Going to work now. Korea Kirksey on the other end. And Kirksey with the Blair score the basket for Kirksey.
And one. Great play to draw the foul. And on the left side, she's automatic on layups. It's just you can't slow her down. But I love the way that they made that turnover. They got in the passing lanes, was able to, take advantage of that and go coast to coast. But to me, Texas Wesleyan is telegraphing their passes. And it's up to Langston to catch on and realize where they're going to go with the basketball and just get there earlier than the Rams do.
Kirksey has 10 points on the night. And to me, this is about her being able to drive the lane and help generate some easy baskets for the rest of her team.
In fourth quarter, if you get to the charity stripe, you got to knock it down, man. You got to knock these down.
And Kirksey does.
That.
I was very fortunate earlier this year to see Kirksey basically go 15 of 15 at the free throw line, all in the second half of a game.
Yeah, she's talented like that. There's not a lot that shakes her, and she's playing great perimeter and defense again, right there. And Coach Highland was like, we got to call a timeout or Kirksey's going to get the steal and another bucket.
Yeah, so it's a lead up by 3 now, 47-44. And to me, I like what Coach Chris Vincent does. Every time there's a stoppage, he goes right back to the woodshed and says, okay, bring out another level of defense. And so far in the fourth, the Lions have done that. Although Texas Wesleyan came out with the punch, the Lions have counter-punched well and now have the lead back up by 3.
Yeah, this is kind of a heavyweight matchup. I mean, when you get two teams of this caliber going at it, it's just about who can last the longest. But I like Coach Vincent's rotation, his choice of players. He wants to make sure he doesn't put anybody in foul trouble. We've already got a couple young ladies that have some fouls, but he's keeping fresh legs out there. He knows that, hey, this is where we separate ourselves. This quarter is where we proceed and take away the victory. And he's got 8 minutes left, a 3-point lead. Just got to keep it up.
All right, going to work now. Ball back in the hands of Sanford, being guarded now by Michaela Woods. Bounce pass over to Gibson. Gibson has it. Kirksey stepping out. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and then they fire a shot. And Kirksey going to get called for the foul. Team foul number 2 is going to send Gibson to the free throw line. So far in the game, thus far for Gibson. Gibson has 5 points on the night, coming off the bench. And again, great production for the bench of Texas Wesleyan. You're talking about the starters have put together 26 points. Then your bench is pouring in 18. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's efficiency. Efficiency. See if she can cut the deficit here.
And she does. She gets that first one to fall. She's now got 6 on the night. So Diamond Richardson now returns. So you're on the floor. You've got Doughty, Woods, Kramer, Brown.
I like this lineup. I really do.
Gibson goes 2 for 2 at the line. She now has 7 on the night. Lead cut back down to 1. 8 minutes to go in the game with a fantastic finish. This is setting up to be. Ball in the hands of Doughty.
Wide
Doughty
open shot.
Sets, fires, shot no good, but Jordan Brown retrieves the errand, the shot. Now Michaela Woods drives in the lane. Double clutches, shot off the glass. She can't get it to fall. And this time it's going to be touched out of bounds by, I think it's Goldman. So it will be LU ball with 18 seconds back on the shot clock.
It's frustrating because she was wide open for the 3. I couldn't believe that Jordan Brown came up with it underneath the basket. Got it to Woods. Woods attacks the rim, puts up a good shot, doesn't get it to fall. You're only going to get so many opportunities here.
So Kramer comes out of the game and Maddie Boyd returns. Boyd has shot fired, and it's beautifully knocked down by Michaela Woods, who gets her 8th point to go with her 11 rebounds in the game.
Big shot by her to make this a 2-possession game. Here on this possession, they've got to get back out on defense, force a turnover, get in those passing lanes. They know where the ball's going to go.
So working the ball around the top here. Gibson being turned away there by Jordan Brown. Gibson turns and fires and draws contact. It looks like she's going to get that foul against Maddie Boyd again.
Coach Vincent didn't like that call. He thought his girls played really good defense. I did too. You know, and that's really, they're forcing Texas Wesleyan to work at it, and they just got lucky by getting the whistle on that. That was a 50-50 play.
So Jordan Brown getting called with the foul, and the official lets, just basically ask Chris Vincent to kind of calm down there. So now going back to the free throw line goes Cameron Phillips. And Phillips
has done, she shot well.
Overall in the game, yes.
Yeah.
So she's been quiet. She had a monster first half. She's stuck on 10 points. I had reported earlier that she had 12. It's only 10 in the game. But she can knock this down. She's been very good from the free throw line, 6 of 9 tonight. And she rattles that one in. She now goes to 7 of 10, improves to 70% on the free throw line.
Looks like Korea Kirksey's going to come in right before.
So she front rims that one. So Michaela Woods now has it. She hits the Jets across the timeline over to Cashel Doughty. Doughty tries to throw it. Maddie Boyd cannot maintain possession of it.
Yeah, just a bad pass. Nothing else to it. That's not something that happens normally. But
Korea Kirksey comes into the game, and now it looks like Cashel Doughty comes out. So you've got Diamond Richardson, Kirksey, Boyd, Jordan Brown, and Woods on the floor for the Lady Lions. 7 minutes to go left in this contest. Team foul situation. 3 team fouls against the Lions. 1 team foul against Texas Wesleyan. Diamond Richardson stepping out now, trying to cover.
Good defense.
Taryn Wills. Wills into the lane, turns and fires and knocks down a nice jump shot. Worked it in the lane, spin move in the lane, and scores it.
Yeah, Wills has the ability to get to the rim. She's smooth. I mean, she's just a good player, and it's tough to cover.
She's got 7 points on the night. Ball back in the hands of Woods. Woods kicks it over to Kirksey. Kirksey picked up her dribble probably before she wanted to.
I love the ball movement.
Jordan Brown turns it and kisses it and scores it.
I love the ball movement. They could have taken 3 or 4 different shots there, but made the right move and got the and-one bucket. That was a huge play. And when you get those and-one plays and you're able to knock down this free throw, I mean, it sets you up in a good position. If you can get 3 points and the other team gets a foul, that's beautiful. That's what you want to see.
So Jordan Connor comes in the game for Diamond Richardson to give her a breather. 6:23 to go. Lions up 53-49. On the night right now, you've got Kirksey with 11, Jordan Brown with the game high, 16 points. Looking for more.
Are we in March or is it February? Because it feels like
we're right on that edge.
Like a national tournament type game. I mean, the atmosphere here tonight. Good defense.
Behind the back dribble and a nasty move and a nice job there by Gianni Wimbush-Gay.
Wimbush-Gay just made a really good play. That's all that there is. And Korea Kirksey's going to have to back up and
ball
share
back.
the ball.
Back in the hands of Kirksey. Kirksey, hands off to Connor. Swings it. Pass is deflected. It's going to be stolen by Wimbush-Gay. Bounce pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell high off the glass, but nobody was there except Ram jerseys. Who scores it is Taryn Willis on the. They say Johnny on the spot that time. Willis now has 9, and we're all tied up at 53. Another careless turnover leads to an easy basket for the Rams.
Yeah, and that was Langston's turn to telegraph their passes, and Texas Wesleyan picked him up. So he almost got the steal there.
Woods from the elbow turns and fires. Double clutch shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by, looks like
jump ball.
They're going to call a jump ball situation and a good tie-up. It will remain Langston ball. 5:11 to go, all tied up at 53. OERB in a packed CF Gales student section, all for Greek night.
I mean, as soon as the Lady Lions take a 4-point lead, they quickly lose it. It's remarkable how resilient this Texas Wesleyan team is. Really need to get a bucket there. I like that inbound pass to Richardson.
So Diamond Richardson came back in the game for Jordan Connor. Ball back in the hands of Michaela Woods. Bounce pass to the corner. Jordan Brown fires. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down that time by Wimbush-Gay, and then she's fouled in the backcourt by Diamond Richardson. It's going to be team foul number 4. 4:56 to go, and it will be Texas Wesleyan ball.
Golly. Tight one here at CF Gales Fieldhouse. Real tight. And with the each second ticking off the clock, each possession becomes more and more important, and that margin of error is so small right now. You never know what kind of impact a bad play will have on your team.
Mitchell, who has 11 points on the night, being guarded now by Michaela Woods. Woods swings it over to the right wing. Shot over now to Wills. Wills being guarded by Kirksey. 13 seconds to go. Pass down low is going to be stolen. Michaela Woods has it.
3-on-1.
To the lane she goes, and the ball's going to be knocked out of her hands. What a defensive effort there by Texas Wesleyan getting back on defense. Woods had 3-on-1. If she paused,
she made the stop.
She would have made. If she had stopped on the floor, she could allow her teammates to sweep the lane, and she would have had an easy basket on the other end.
If she could have got that pass off, it was an easy bucket. But now they've got to inbound it from the baseline, and now you've got the Texas Wesleyan defense set up.
All right, trying to get the ball in the hands as Kirksey throws it into Michaela Woods. Swings it over to Kirksey. Kirksey drives baseline through contact. A foul as she's bounced out of bounds. Team foul number 3 being called against the Rams. Lakeston Lions got to continue to be aggressive going to the rim and get to the free throw line, Swig.
Korea Kirksey just showing her quickness, her athletic ability by making those sudden changes and those sudden movements and forcing that Texas Wesleyan defense to commit the foul. Or I'm sorry, just, make it difficult for them. Oh, goodness.
And the pass is going to be deflected out of the hands. Jordan Brown is trying to lobby the official for the call, but the answer is no. It's Texas Wesleyan ball.
4:19 left. I mean, this is going to come down to the last few possessions of the game, I feel like. It just has that feeling.
And
got to get a stop here for the Lady Lions.
Hurtado rolling to the basket, scores an easy basket in the lane, and they're up by 2.
Mikhail Kramer overran that, and their center got the basketball right under the goal to take the lead. So got to will yourself to a bucket here if you're Langston.
Michaela Woods gets it down to Kramer. Kramer spins into the lane through contact. couldn't get the basket to fall, but draws team foul number 4. So good job by Kramer going with the up and under, rolling to the basket for the shot.
So close to making that shot and getting the and one bucket, but still in a good position. Got to knock these down. At least one of them to tie it, but ideally you make them both and retake the lead.
So Kramer at the free throw line. So going back to what you said earlier, Swick, these free throws count so much more in this quarter. So Kramer knocks down the first free throw. She's now 4 of 5 on the night. She's 80%, picked up her 4th point of the game.
Okay, so now my math is wrong. Surprise, surprise. Got to knock this down
And
tie it up.
Front rim, back rim, and down, and we're all tied up at double nickels. Going to work across the timeline now. Goes Sanford. Gets it to the right wing. Ball back up top. Trying to get the ball. Hurtado's being covered now. Nice job. Step back shot by Gibson. Or step back. She did not shoot it. And then an errant pass. And nice defense by the Lions. Basically smothering the passing lane and forcing the errant pass. So now the Lions have a chance to take the lead.
It's great persistence by the Lady Lions on that defensive possession to force the turnover. Now it's your opportunity to take the momentum, get this lead back.
So across the timeline now goes Kirksey. Gets it over to Woods. Lions fishing for the lead. Kramer for 3. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Gibson. Ball back in the hands of Mitchell. Lions have got to get back on defense. Mitchell drops it to the corner. Shot no good. Diamond Richardson 3-on-1 or 3-on-2. Diamond Richardson in the lane and contact, and she's going to draw the 5th foul.
That's right.
15 foul. So to the free throw line go the Lions now, so now you got to cash the check.
So it was going to be a shooting foul anyway, but now that you got to that 5th foul mark, every foul committed for the rest of the game for let me say it, 4th quarter, because who knows?
Right.
Could this be overtime? I don't know, but every foul for the rest of the quarter by Texas Wesleyan will send the Lady Lions to the free throw line. So that was a good play by Diamond Richardson, and even better free throw attempt there to go up 1. See if she can make it a 2-point lead.
Diamond Richardson with 7 points now on the night. Big free throw. Squares up nicely. Back rim.
Offensive rebound.
Big offensive rebound now, and the Lions reset. Michaela Woods
knocked that down.
And she's money from the corner. 59-55, and a timeout has been called on the floor right now.
That is called taking advantage of the moment. Taking advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. That was a hustle play by Langston to get that rebound and then to kick it out, knock down the open shot. We've seen him miss some open shots tonight, but that play finally landed, and now they've got a 4-point lead with under 3 minutes left. Good position for the Lady Lions of Langston University.
For all intents and purposes, this is the last week of the regular season. So you got to understand, so basically this is playoff basketball.
Oh, 100%, and that's the way Coach Vincent wants it. And again, you can't lose these next 2 games, not even one, because you don't want to share the conference title. You want to own it outright and not share it with anybody. So this game means something. You know, they want to win tonight, play USAO
on Saturday
on the last regular season game, and come away with the Sooner Athletic Conference title, not have to share it with anybody.
And that gives you the number 1 seed, which means you have the easier path to win. But it's about executing. But March basketball is about the teams that execute and make the timely play when it's needed. That's the pedigree of championship teams. Going to work across the timeline now. Here goes Mitchell. Mitchell's going to hand it off to Phillips, being covered by Woods, back in the hands of Hurtado. Swings it back over to Smith. Back to the hands of Gibson. Gibson down to Phillips. Phillips in the lane, spins, fires, shot, contact, foul. Team foul number 5 this time going to be called against the Lions. It's going to send Phillips to the line shooting 2.
I thought that was good defense. That's a kind of a 50-50 call. That probably did warrant a whistle, but I'll take that. You want to make it hard, and if Texas Wesleyan's going to get a bucket, make them earn it. Make them work for it, and that's what they're doing right now.
So Phillips back to the free throw line on the night. Again, she has 11 points. Make that 12 now.
You start to feel the crowd get a little rowdy, and they're really rooting against these Texas Wesleyan Lady Rams and Try and force him into a mistake and got him to miss that second free throw.
Korea Kirksey did a good job on the rebound here, and here come the Lady Lions looking to build up on their
Great
lead, which is 3
crossover.
points. Ball in the hands of Diamond Richardson. Over now, back up top to Kirksey on the left wing. Kirksey swings it. Diamond Richardson tries to get it to Kirksey. He's on the box. Kirksey backs it up, resets. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Diamond Richardson fires a three. Shot no good. And contact sends Phillips to the ground. I guess it's going to be called against Kramer.
Yeah, that is. And
So
that's going to bring foul number 5 to the Lady Lions. So that will result in free throw attempts here for Texas Wesleyan. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left. Every whistle is going to have a price to be paid. It's just who's paying the tab here.
Yeah, that's a great point, because whoever is going to do that puts their team at an advantage and a disadvantage for the team that loses. Who loses that? So Phillips shooting 2 now.
She missed the second free throw the last time she was at the line.
So tonight she's 8 of 13.
Misses the first one.
Make that 8
Down
of 14.
by 3. That was a big opportunity that was missed by Texas Wesleyan. Now, I don't even mind if she makes this one, but LU has got to take advantage of it and get a bucket here to keep this deficit the way it is.
So Phillips now has 13 points on the line on the night. It's now a 2-point game, 59-57. Langston up by 2, 1 minute and 58 seconds to go in this contest. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Ball in the hands now of Diamond Richardson. Diamond swings it. Michaela Wood up fakes, drives into the lane, pull back, and Michaela Wood doing work, kicks it to the corner. Wide open shot by Kirksey. She couldn't get it, but Diamond Richardson gets the put back in there. Great job by the Lions defense, offense, getting more and more.
Beautiful rebound by the senior. Snagged it out of the air and was able to get the bucket to keep it a 2-possession lead, and it's energized this crowd. They're screaming defense.
So now
in a good spot.
Hurtado now giving the ball up to Mitchell. Mitchell being covered by Kirksey. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Texas Wesleyan got to know how much time is left. Driving down the lane goes Mitchell with contact by Kirksey. Is going to put her at the free throw line with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
I thought the offensive player lost her footing. And so I thought that was a mistake by Imani Mitchell, but they made the LU player they called the foul on pay for it. So tough one to take, but it happens. It's basketball.
50-50 calls sometimes. Just,
right.
That's
right.
50% you, sometimes 50% them.
See how efficient Imani is at the stripe.
And she rattles that one on. Mitchell now has 12 points on the night. On the free throw line, that was her first make of the night. She had missed her previous attempt before that. One more coming. It's a 3-point game, 1:11 to go. Connor is coming to game for Kramer. And she knocks down, goes 2 for 2. Nice clutch free throws. Again, off the bench. What an amazing job by Imani Mitchell.
They're stepping up their defense, but you've got to get a bucket here if you're LU.
Diamond Richardson wheels and deals and kicks it back out to Woods with 18 seconds on the clock. The Lions do not have to score, but they should.
A bucket here makes it really difficult for Texas Wesleyan to win this game or tie it up.
All right, the ball back in the hands now of Jordan Brown. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Diamond Richardson from the logo. Shot is no good, and then there's going to be contact underneath the lane.
Foul on the floor.
Are they going to call it against Woods, or are they going to call it against Texas Wesleyan?
I think it's going to be on Wesleyan. I think it's going to be on Hurtado.
Oh, it's going to be against Hurtado. So now Jordan Connor to the free throw line.
Yeah, big opportunity. You got a 2-point lead. You make both of them. It's a 2-possession game lead with 40 seconds left. I mean, this is a massive moment in the game.
So
massive moment.
Jordan Connor on the night right now has not scored. What a beautiful opportunity for her to do so now, and she does.
Knocked it down. Way to go.
62-59, 40.8 seconds to go.
Worst case scenario is 3-point, but you'd love to have this extra one just to make it a 2-possession game. Let's see what happens.
So Jordan Connor takes her time, spots and misses that second one. Rebound by Hurtado. Timeout on the floor by Scott Hyland.
Hope that doesn't come back to haunt them, because we have seen Texas Wesleyan hit a couple threes. It hadn't happened a bunch, but this is a necessary situation
So
they're desperately just trying for a little wiggle room here, and they're going to have an opportunity to hit a 3. Maybe they go for a 2 and foul. I mean, there's several different ways you can deal with this if you're Texas Wesleyan down by 3 points. But if you're the Lady Lions, you'd love to get a stop, draw the foul, go to the free throw line, and good night, Irene.
Right. Now, here it is, 40 seconds on the game clock, 30 seconds on the shot clock. So, in essence, you want them to take 10 seconds off the clock, regardless of what you are in Langston, and then have them get the miss, and then you have everything going in your favor at that point. Texas Wesleyan on the night is 3 of 7 from deep, 42.9%. So if you had to guard someone who's been hot, there's only 3 players who have knocked down 1. So you're talking about Hurtado is 1 for 2, Gibson 1 for 1, and Mitchell 1 for 1. Right. So the person I'm saying should not shoot it should not be Mitchell. To me, Mitchell has had a monster game. There are 3 Texas Wesleyan players with 13 points each, but she has been a spark plug on this floor for her team all night long.
She didn't even start, but, I mean, she's playing starter minutes, so there's probably a reason for that, but let's see what happens here on this possession. They're about to inbound it from the sideline.
All right, going to throw the ball in. Going to throw it in, and Gibson gets it to Phillips. I'm sorry. Now,
no need to foul.
So Mitchell has it. 30 seconds left. Gibson in the lane, turns, fire shot, no good, gets her own rebound, put back attempt is no good. Rebound, key rebound by Michaela Woods.
Yep. Shot clock's turned off, and that puts Texas Wesleyan in such a tough position if they have to foul. And that's what they did, and they're going to send Michaela Woods to the free throw line. And if she can knock down one of the next 2.
Okay, now this is going to be tough, Swig. Michaela Woods has officially tonight her 11th double-double of the year. This young lady, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 10 of those defensive boards. And Woods knocks down the free throw. She's got 12 on the night.
Well, you Lady Lions in control right now, and I love it. But Michaela Woods her career speaks for itself. She's talented, very talented, and works really hard. Misses the shot, but that's all right. Still up 4.
So the second shot is missed, and a timeout is called instantaneously here. So the Lady Lions are going to have to come to the sideline here, get some more coaching, as just like it will be from Scott Hyland, who's asking if the ball will be moved to half court. So it's a 4-point margin with 24.4 seconds to go.
Yeah, and you kind of want to be careful about guarding perimeter, 3-point attempts. You don't want to get, see a freaky 4-point play.
Right,
it's rare, but
right now you guard.
Yeah.
They make the shot, you go to the free throw line.
Right.
There's no need to foul and get a chance for the and one opportunity. The shot clock's turned off. The more clock they burn, the more pressure they put on themselves. You just want to make sure if a shot goes up and it misses, you get the rebound. To me, the rebound's the most important thing. If they knock down a shot, they cannot take the lead on any shot they shoot right now, whether it's a 2 or a 3. That's
unless they take a 3 and you foul them.
Well, don't do that, Slick. You just don't do that.
It's a rare play, but you never know in a game like this where everything's on the line. But I'm not about fouling in this situation. If they've got to take a shot, then let them take the shot. But don't foul them. I don't want to see any kind of and-one situation here of any kind. Because already you get the ball back. Texas Wesleyan's going to have to foul you.
All right, going to work right now. They're going to get the ball inbounded. Ball's in the hands right now of Gibson, who's going to throw it in. Gibson looking for Phillips. Now she's trying to get the ball back in the hands of Mitchell, which is a great place to put the ball in the hands of. And Jordan Connor, they're going to call Jordan Connor with contact. So to the free throw line they go.
That's all right.
The fans don't like it, but again, that
there
situation,
was contact there.
It was contact, but here's the thing. The last thing you want in a situation like this, you want the officials to make the call. Let them play. You want the players to decide the game overall. Don't make it be that moment like that. But regardless of it, was there contact? Yes. Is it a definition of a foul? Yes. So to the free throw line goes Mitchell. Mitchell on the night, 13 points. She's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Mitchell shoots, fires, just clutch. Young lady is outstanding.
Yeah, she's a good player.
I mean
she
for a
looks
senior
comfortable
coming
out
off the
there.
bench from Illinois.
Yeah. But, I mean, regardless, let's just say she makes it. LU's going to have the ball with a 2-point lead. And that's a good situation to be in.
She knocks down both. Mitchell now with the game-high 15 points.
What if you were Chris Vincent here?
Team-high 15 points.
What would you say to your team right now?
Okay, the most important thing is to get the ball inbounded. And then if I'm Langston at this point, I'm looking for free throw shooters. Okay, so I'm looking in the direction of.
I'm putting all my good free throw shooters in the game right now.
So right now, I look at Korea Kirksey, Jordan Brown, who's only been to the free throw line. Both of them have only been to the free throw line once.
Right.
But Diamond Richardson, 3 of 4. Michaela Woods, 3 of 4.
Yeah.
So to me, the most important thing, what I would like to do right now, is get the ball inbounded. That's the most important thing to do here. Don't turn it over. And here's the main thing. He called the timeout. I would have moved the ball to half court. I wouldn't want to try and drive, or would you want to take time off the clock trying to get in the backcourt? What would you do here? Because I'm taking it at a half court just for the easier point of inbounding, because I can run to the backcourt.
I mean,
and catch
I'm not shooting.
But you don't throw the ball backwards.
I'm not shooting the basketball at all. I'm trying to run this clock out, but eventually they're going to foul you.
Right.
So you just, you keep moving the ball and avoid the turnover at all costs. A turnover here would be devastating.
Yes, Scott Highland will tell his team, guard it, and then when they get the ball inbounded, extend the game by fouling. So now the Lions are going to do exactly what I said. Going to inbound the ball right here from half court. Now here's the one thing you don't do. You don't throw it into the backcourt, because you go to the other end of the floor.
Just don't turn it over. Let whatever happens. Don't turn it over.
So they get the ball inbounded, and now Diamond Richardson's going to be fouled with 19.2 seconds left to go.
All right, now she's going to have to prove it. We've been preaching free throws all game long, and the further the game goes, the more important the free throws are.
So the Lions tonight are shooting 81% from the free throw line, 18 of 22.
She can make it a two-possession game, but she's got to make both of them.
Diamond Richardson spins it, shot up, front rims, goes around and rolls out.
Dang it! So now the game's changed in a blink of an eye. Now, Texas Wesleyan's going to have an opportunity here.
She's got to knock the second one down. And she does.
At least
one
it's
of
a
two.
3-point
So
lead. But there is a little bit of sunlight.
Right. So now Soda Pay comes in for Kramer. So now going to work right now.
Here we go.
Looking for space. Ball in the inbounded. Mitchell has it. Behind the back dribble, trying to get around Kirksey. Kirksey trying to cut her off. Mitchell trying to get the ball in the hands of Gibson. 10 seconds on the clock. Lions doing a good job of keeping it on top. Gibson hits her with the stutter. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Michaela Woods. And she's going to run out the clock. And time expires. Ooh. And the Lions come away with the victory swing. But I'm surprised Texas Wesleyan did not foul on the rebound.
Oh, that is, high energy. What a way to end the game. Come away with the victory. If this game was, a revenge, like a dish best served cold, grab a napkin, Texas Wesleyan, because you just got served. And what an answer by this Lady Lion basketball team. They lost 10 days ago to this team by 5, come back, win by 3. It was a hard-fought game. It came down to the very end, but this is a resilient basketball team. You don't go 25-2 and not know about tough situations and about being resilient. They proved it once again tonight. Great win for the Lady Lions. Great win for Coach Chris Vincent.
All right, 3 players for the Lady Rams ended up in double digits, led by, from the bench, Imani Mitchell. She finished with 15 points, Hurtado with 13, and Phillips with 13. For the Lions, on the other side, 4 Lions got into double-digit scoring. You've got Diamond Richardson with 10, Korea Kirksey with 11, Michaela Woods with 12 and 14. I got to just throw that out there, 12 and 14. Then you got to throw it on top. And Jordan Brown with 16 points and 5 rebounds of her own. So, Swick, I just have to ask you, if you had to have or had to choose a player of the game, you got Michaela Woods with 12 points, 14 rebounds, Diamond Richardson with 10 and 4. I'm sorry, Michaela Woods with 4 assists and 2 steals and a block.
I think we got to go with Michaela Woods. I mean, those 14 rebounds were so important, especially when you get a 3-point difference. 14, boy, that is a huge statistic, and that's why she's our Super Prep player of the game.
All right, so the player of the game will be, of course, Michaela Woods, who finished tonight with 12 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. Not to go anything bad. Jordan Brown's stat line, I'll take hers any night. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals.
Hit some big shots, made some big plays to get that separation late in fourth quarter. She had a big rebound, kicked it to her teammate who knocked down the 3. I think it was Michaela, wasn't it? That knocked down that 3-point shot. So, I mean, great team victory. These are types of wins that you want to get under your belt. You want your team to experience, because it's going to be like this in March. It's going to be like this when you get into the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament and then the national tournament. So the fact that you can battle and you know your toughness, kind of set the precedent, and then find a way to win, this is going to do nothing but boost their confidence. I think this is a little bit of a wake-up call, being that they've lost to this team before and then able to answer and come back with a win here at CF Gales Fieldhouse tonight. It was all kinds of great things that happened, and I think that this Lady Lion basketball team grew today and got better.
Texas Wesleyan will fall to 18-9, 18-9 overall, 14-9 in conference, and have lost a game. Don't worry, they're still in the conference tournament playoffs, and I'm going to say this: these two teams may very well meet again. In a week or so. So the Lions, the women's basketball team, number 19 in the country right now, improved to 25-2 and 21-2 in conference, and take an extra step closer. Now 1 win away from winning the Sooner Athletic Conference regular season title.
Outright, not have to share it with a soul. So that's the goal. They take care of business on Saturday, and they can, have that honor. And Coach Chris Vincent said, I don't think that this school as an HBCU has won the Sooner Athletic Conference title with their women's basketball program. So they're going to make history if they can win on Saturday.
So we're going to wrap up this game, and we'll take a break, and we'll get you set for the boys' game as Greek night continues. For those watching on the floor right now, the students going crazy. I'm Maurice Prince. He's Jay Swick. Lions win 64-61. Men's basketball game coming up next. You've been listening to Langston Lions women's basketball, presented by LU Athletics, the Black Chronicle newspaper, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, OERB, and Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.